We got some major breaking news as it has been announced that Lewis Hamilton will leave Mercedes at the end of 2024 and will join Ferrari in 2025. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel and welcome back to the video. As I just said a second ago, it has been announced that Lewis Hamilton will leave Mercedes at the end of 2024 and will join Ferrari in 2024-5. Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team and Lewis Hamilton will part ways at the end of the 2024 season. Lewis has activated a release option in the contract announced last year. Remember, Lewis Hamilton had actually announced a multi-year contract extension with Mercedes through 2025. So he'll be with Mercedes for 2024, but in 2025, he is going to move on to Ferrari starting in the 2025 season. And then Ferrari's also made their own statement confirming that they will have Lewis Hamilton joining them in 2025 on a multi-year contract. While the number of years is not disclosed today, it's expected that Lewis Hamilton will be at Ferrari at least for the next 2 or 3 years. This is 1,000% without a shadow of doubt the biggest silly season bombshell in Formula One in a very, very long time. Going all the way back to probably when Lewis announced he was going to be leaving McLaren to join Mercedes, or probably when Sebastian Vettel left Red Bull at the end of 2013 or 2014 and then went to join Ferrari in 2015. Lewis Hamilton is arguably one of the greatest Formula One drivers in the history of Formula One. But it's no secret that Lewis Hamilton over the last couple of years has kind of struggled and has not been able to win. And Mercedes has not been as strong as it used to be before the new regulations came in 2022. I think that is one of the biggest reasons why Lewis Hamilton is going to Ferrari is because of the fact that one, he's long-term, has wanted to go to Ferrari for many, many years, but two, he's probably going to have a more opportunity of a chance of winning races. Last year in 2023, Ferrari actually scored a victory in Formula One, that being with Carlos Sainz. Now, what does this mean for Carlos Sainz's future, though? Honestly, Carlos Sainz did release a statement as well, and he's kind of unsure what he'll be doing in 2025 because he'll be departing Ferrari at the end of 2024. There's been a lot of talk maybe Audi would be a potential possibility because Audi's going to be coming in, I believe, in 2025. As for Lewis Hamilton joining Ferrari, this is going to be a really strong lineup for Ferrari going into the 2025 season because you're going to have Charles Leclerc just signed a multi-year contract extension about a week ago, who's going to be on that team at least for the long-term future. And now you've got Lewis Hamilton, who's arguably one of the greatest Formula 1 drivers in history, joining up in the organization. I believe this dynamic could have a chance to be very competitive, and I think with the new regulations coming in, especially in 2026, this could help Ferrari out in a huge way. To put this in perspective, how big this deal is, I cover NASCAR a lot on this channel, and this is about as big as when it was announced that Kyle Busch was going to be leaving Hendrick Motorsports to join Joe Gibbs Racing, or when Dale Jr. announced that he was going to be leaving DEI, which a team he kind of owned at the time, and going over to work with Hendrick Motorsports starting in 2008. Or when it was announced that Kyle Busch about a year or two ago was leaving Joe Gibbs Racing to join Richard Childress Racing. This is absolutely huge for Formula One. And obviously you look at the grid going into this next year, there was not a lot of movement happening. The grid is basically remaining the same for 2024 from what it was in 2023. So there was not a lot of changes going on with Formula One. Now, obviously, there are going to be some tensions probably this year. I mean, we already know it's kind of like a lukewarm year for Lewis Hamilton and kind of a sitting duck season because then, of course, he's going to be going to Ferrari in 2025. I think realistically, we have to have realistic expectations, though, when Lewis goes over there. But we saw what Sebastian Vettel was able to do when he joined Ferrari back in 2015 and 2016. He was able to win a lot of races and have a really big career resurgence in the mid-2010s. I believe that Lewis Hamilton could have that career resurgence. He wants to get back to winning. It's no secret that Lewis Hamilton has stated this many, many times that he wants to eventually get back to winning and competing for wins in Formula One. So now the big question revolves around who will take his seat at Mercedes in 2025. Some are going to mention Carlos Sainz, but I think more than likely Carlos Sainz is going to end up at Audi in 2025. I've seen people mention Fernando Alonso, and I don't think that's going to be the case because I think Fernando's on a multi-year contract with Aston Martin currently at the moment, so I don't think that is going to be at all certainly a possibility. I think Kimmo Antolini's the name I've seen a lot of people mention. He could, being 18 years old, he's going to be in the junior group Maybe he could be a potential replacement. I've seen people mention Logan Sargent as a potential replacement as well. I've even seen Esteban Ocon mentioned. My best guess is Antonelli will most likely be the driver who is going to end up replacing Lewis Hamilton at the team in 2024. Again, this is absolutely a massive bombshell and crazy news here today that he is going to be leaving Mercedes after being with them for as long as he's been there, because he's won 4 or 5 of his championships. He won 4 straight championships in 2014. He also won a lot of championships in Formula 1 and was one of the most successful drivers in the history of the sport. So nonetheless, I'm really excited to see him go into Ferrari in 2025. It could be a very interesting power struggle considering the fact Charles Leclerc has been the main guy over the course of the last couple of years. I wonder if there will be a power struggle over there in 2025 when he does join there. But I think Lewis Hamilton is also going to be the first British driver, I believe, to be at Ferrari since I believe Nigel Mansell back in the late 1980s when he left, I think it was Williams, and then joined Ferrari and had a lot of success over there. And then, of course, eventually left that to go to the kart and was, I believe, able to win the championship in the kart series in 1993 or 1994, or at least in the early 90s. I believe that you're going to see a lot of great things come from Lewis Hamilton, though. I think ultimately the goal is to get back to top tip shape, and hopefully he can lead Ferrari to being a world champion once again, because Ferrari has not won a world championship since, I believe, in 2004 when Michael Schumacher was behind the wheel and got his 7th world championship. I think Lewis Hamilton sees how dominant Max Verstappen has been in Formula 1, and I think he wants to start winning once again, and I think he does want to win an 8th world championship. So it seems like in motorsports it's really tough to get past that 7 world championships. I think that he has a really good chance to do that with Ferrari if they can make their equipment better. Nonetheless, I'm really excited about this and glad to see that Lewis Hamilton will for sure be joining Ferrari in 2025. So, that is going to be today's special breaking news report. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support on Patreon as well. Links description below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. How do you think Lewis Hamilton is going to perform with Ferrari, and do you think this is a really good move for him in his career in Formula 1 or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, there's going to be Truck Series race predictions for all the winners at each of the races for 2024, and there'll also be a NASCAR news video dropping later in the day. Saturday, there'll be the heat race reviews and a couple other videos dropping on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we'll have the NASCAR Cup Series race review from the Busch Light Clash, depending on if the weather can hold off or not. I got a ton of amazing, really great content dropping. We're getting really close to the start of the season for the NASCAR Cup Series. We're also right around the corner from the start of motorsports season overall. We had the Rolex recently, and I can't wait for the motorsports season to get rolling. I'm excited about it and really looking forward to it for sure. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content like Formula 1 content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody. See you guys next time.